Well, most of the country are fast asleep in bed still. It's still the early hours, but Leopard, followed by the Extreme 40s, are now approaching the Needles. But Leopard it is that will lead the fleet. Huge fleet, what, nearly 1,800 boats. I just saw Gurnard there near the start line. That's a view from Hurst Castle. What a picture that is as they come down, spinnakers flying. But in splendid isolation as they round the Needles. That's Mike Slade's Leopard. Loic Perron at the helm of that EX40 from Oman, and this one here, Paul Campbell-James from Great Britain, another of the Omani team members, very close to the Needles there. Well, everyone's happy, the dog's even wagging his tail. The wind a bit lighter now between Hurst Narrows, and some vicious little gusts around the Needles. That's Mike Golding there, and the red sails Idec, Francis Joyon. That boat is the record holder. I don't think we're going to see a record time today, but there's plenty of people watching. But that's what this race is all about. The hundreds and hundreds of boats heading down. Some real classics, of course. Valshida, well, no surprise, amongst the front runners at the moment. Rounding the Needles. And that is the view on the south side of the Isle of Wight. Sheltered, northerly wind. Might see a slightly slower section here. But those on the north side of the island being powered down by spinnakers. Plenty of breeze here, and that's a different perspective on the same fleet. The lighthouse at Hurst Castle, and now more and more people are rounding. Big gusts there, the red Jenica down bottom left of screen. But this is now where the bulk of the fleet are rounding the Needles. Some of them going pretty close to the lighthouse there. Now, do you stay offshore, stay in better breeze, or try and cut the corner? Well, this is Britain's fourth largest sporting participation event, Britain's largest yacht race, and it delivers pictures like that. You just simply won't see an image like that in any other sailboat race in Britain. But also, this may be the 79th edition of this race around the Isle of Wight, but it's rare for conditions to be just this perfect. Looking at the clock now, it does seem unlikely that any records will be broken, but around about 4 hours perhaps we can expect the leaders on the horizon now. And those on the left of picture, right at the back, I reckon they'll be here at tea time, maybe even a little later. Well, that's as light a wind as we've seen all day. Well, that's the next real landmark, isn't it? St Catherine's Point. Well, the breeze has increased down here now. Look at the variety of boats. There are family cruisers here. That's the Ellen MacArthur Trust. Ellen is on board today. That's her charity. Darker patches of the water, the boat's heeling over. But the boats are all now chasing this one, Francis Joyen's Idec.